It's over. The ceasefire between Iran and the United States has been called off by President Donald Trump hours after the two countries carried out multiple strikes, reigniting the hostilities. The American president called Iranian leaders scums, sick people, and vicious. Take a listen.
I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. There's something wrong with them. They're cuckoo. As far as I'm concerned, it's over.
Now, Trump also said that his negotiators, Witkoff and Kushner, can continue the negotiations, but he doesn't like the Iranian leadership.
But they're bad people. They're bad people. And frankly, I don't want to waste my time with them. Now, I'll let our wonderful negotiators keep talking if they want, but I don't see it. I don't like these people.
Now, Trump hardened his stance on denuclearization of Iran and warned that he may attack Iran again tonight.
They launched a couple of drones and one rocket, one missile, and at ships, because they were in the strait, which they have every right to be. And so we hit them very hard last night. Very, very hard. Probably hit them hard again tonight. I'll give them a little warning. We're going to hit them hard tonight. But we'll see how it all works out. No, I'm not happy with them, you know.
The interim ceasefire agreement signed between Washington and Tehran on the 17th of June, remember, was intended to provide a 60-day window for the negotiations on a permanent agreement. But indirect talks in Qatar ended with no sign of a headway, and the U.S. military unleashed a new wave of strikes on Tuesday this week. The U.S. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, has cancelled his Israel visit amid this latest escalation. Now, remember, the Gulf is once again at the center of a dangerous geopolitical crisis, and the clouds of a heightened war have gripped the world. While the United States said that it has carried out strikes on more than 80 military targets inside Iran, Iran responded by launching missiles and drones towards Bahrain and Kuwait, two Gulf nations that host major American military bases. And all of this, remember, happens as thousands marched in Iraq to pay their last respects to the late Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Kuwait's Ministry of Electricity said that several power lines were damaged by the shrapnel during the Iranian attacks. Remember, these fresh strikes come amid the U.S. Treasury Department also withdrawing a waiver that had allowed Iran to sell its oil. In fact, oil prices rose dramatically after Trump spoke, with global benchmark Brent crude futures for September delivery jumping 5.7% to trade at about $78.41 per barrel. So what exactly has happened? Let me explain to you. As per the United States, the latest military operation was launched after a series of attacks on commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. Washington says that those attacks threatened international navigation and global energy security. American forces struck more than 80 military installations across Iran. These reportedly included air defense systems, command centers, coastal radar stations, missile infrastructure, and naval facilities belonging to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or the IRGC. Within hours, missiles and drones were launched towards Bahrain and Kuwait, triggering air defense systems and emergency alerts in both these countries. But why Bahrain and Kuwait? Well, the answer lies in America's military footprint across the Gulf. Remember, the U.S. has maintained military bases throughout the region for decades. Bahrain hosts the headquarters of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, which oversees the naval operations across the Gulf, the Arabian Sea, and parts of the Indian Ocean. Meanwhile, Kuwait serves as a major logistics and operational hub for American forces in West Asia. In a statement on Wednesday, Iran's foreign ministry labeled the strikes a gross violation of the Memorandum of Understanding that Washington and Iran had reached last month. Washington accuses Iran of threatening the freedom of navigation. Iran, meanwhile, has rejected those allegations, and it argues that the U.S. military's presence itself is the source of instability in Hormuz. The shipping attack involved the Oman side transit corridor of the Strait of Hormuz and not the Iranian side. So essentially, the attacks occurred in the Strait of Hormuz's shipping corridor near the coast of Oman, which is in the eastern southern approach to the Strait of Hormuz, rather than in the Iranian side of the waterway. The vessels were transiting a route that had been used to restore commercial traffic through the strait when they were struck. The shipping lane was a safer passage supported by international coordination rather than the traditional route that is closer to the Iranian coast. The reported American strikes that followed were a response to these attacks on commercial shipping. Iranian media said explosions were reported around the Sirik and nearby coastal facilities in southern Iran on the northern side of the Strait of Hormuz. The latest strikes have pushed the war into a far more dangerous phase, with Donald Trump having made up his mind that it is over. Both sides once again remain adamant on their respective stances. Shifting our focus to India now, even as the probe into the Ram Temple donation scam has intensified with the recovery of a fake receipt book, a similar pattern has been emerging across other prominent temples in India, leaving more devotees in shock. To begin with, a multi-crore scam was detected at Ayodhya's iconic Ram Temple, with 8 people arrested over siphoning donations given by people following heightened scrutiny in the case. The Temple Trust General Secretary Champat Rai and another trust member, Anil Mishra, resigned. A few days ago, Uttarakhand's Badrinath Temple also came into focus over donation-related irregularities. It has now spread to Madhya Pradesh as well, with allegations of financial irregularities surfacing in connection with the Baglamukhi temple. The Baglamukhi temple is revered as a Siddha Peeth, and it is a prominent shrine in Madhya Pradesh. As per Indian folklore, this temple was established by King Yudhishthir on the instruction of Lord Krishna to win the Mahabharat war. Thronged by thousands of devotees every year, it is administered by a state government-appointed official management committee headed by the local subdivisional magistrate. In this case, complaints surfaced about a non-official committee collecting cash, gold and silver offerings from devotees and depositing the proceeds in their private bank accounts. Now, the Agra Malwa district collector has formed a 3-member inquiry committee to probe these allegations and submit its report within a period of 7 days. The investigation will also ascertain whether any government official or temple trust employee is involved in this alleged scam. Weighing in on this investigation, the Madhya Pradesh Tourism Minister Dharmendra Lodhi assured that no guilty person will be spared and highlighted that temples under state control are audited every 3 months.
Those found guilty will not be spared. Our government will take the most stringent action in the matter.
Moving on to Uttarakhand now, where the Badrinath temple donation theft has taken a serious turn. A criminal case has been registered against Pramod Nautyal, who was allegedly working as a personal assistant in the office of the chairman of the Badrinath Kedarnath Temple Committee. This trust manages 47 shrines in Uttarakhand, including the Kedarnath Temple. Nautyal has been booked on charges of theft and criminal breach of trust for allegedly misappropriating temple donations. The allegation dates back to the 2nd of July, when temple funds were removed from the donation counting center during a 30-minute window between 9 and 9:30 a.m. A day later, the Temple Trust issued a show-cause notice to Nautyal and constituted a 4-member inquiry panel which found prima facie merit in the allegations. He was also placed under suspension. As per the trust chairman, Hemant Dwivedi, Nautyal is a regular employee who has also worked with 3 former chairmen. Now, the Uttarakhand government has also taken serious note of this matter, and they formed a 3-member high-level committee to examine alleged irregularities, and it has been asked to submit its report within 15 days.
आपको अपडेट हो जाइए, जो भी देखें, जो भी दोषी होगा.
The investigation is complete and we will provide an update soon. The guilty will not be spared. We will take strict action against them.
जो भी होगा उसको पूरा कानून अपना काम करेगा.
As far as the Ram Temple probe is concerned, remember 6 accused people have reportedly admitted to stealing up to 3 crore rupees. They reportedly started siphoning donation money just 2 months into their job by hiding cash in their clothes, taking advantage of the weak monitoring of CCTVs. And this is not all. As per sources, they also extorted funds from donors by issuing fake receipts bearing the logo of the trust. One such fake receipt book has been recovered. As per sources, the accused persons would issue fake receipts to donors to avoid raising any suspicion. However, they stopped doing so after the introduction of a new system where receipts were issued online. The police have now been granted one-day custody of the three accused persons, Anukalp Mishra, Lavkush Mishra and Karunesh Pandey, to take the investigation forward. The other 5 accused persons remain in jail at the moment. Meanwhile, Champat Rai termed the allegations against him as baseless, and he stated that he will break his vow of silence after the SIT's final report is released. Are Argentina and Lionel Messi being favoured at the World Cup? Well, Egypt coach Hossam Hassan certainly believes so. He's now claimed that his side were cheated out of a place in the World Cup quarterfinals after their 3-2 defeat to the defending champions. Hassan accused FIFA of wanting Messi and Argentina to remain in the tournament. Now, remember, the round of 16 clash between Argentina and Egypt delivered plenty of drama, but Egypt were left feeling hard done by. Their biggest frustration came when VAR ruled out Mustafa Zico's second goal for a foul in the build-up. But the controversy did not end there. In the build-up to Enzo Fernandez's winning goal, Egypt believed that they should have been awarded a penalty after Mohamed Salah went down inside Argentina's box. The Egyptians also felt that Alexis Mac Allister had pulled Hamdi Fati to the ground moments earlier inside the area. However, the referee waved play on, allowing Argentina to break upfield and score the winner. After the match, Egyptian coach Hassan made his feelings clear about the match. He said, and I quote him, "I do not want to put it nicely and talk about hard luck. We have been cheated. Today we have suffered injustice. A penalty was ruled out, was not even checked by the VAR. A second goal was remarkably disallowed. There has not even been a VAR check when we have all seen the image of the being pulled back." Now, Hassan also suggested that officials may have been under pressure to keep one of the biggest names in the competition alive. He said, and I quote him, "Perhaps they wanted to keep the world champions in the competition. Perhaps they wanted Messi to stay in the running. In football, there are sometimes external factors that go beyond the technical aspects. The world champions received support at every level." Egypt forward Zico has called the tournament rigged. Talking with reporters, he said, and I quote him, "No fair referee, no fair. Injustice, clear and obvious injustice. From the start of the match, he was against us. It is not allowed for us to leave as 2-0 winners against Argentina. The tournament is fixed." Now remember, this defeat also left Egypt fans frustrated. Many supporters voiced their anger after their team's loss.
The players gave everything they had. And honestly, no one should have expected more. We are talking about Messi. He has been playing at the highest level for years. And I'm sorry, but the referee was against us in so many situations. There were obvious fouls that were not given. Thank God this team made us proud. Long live Egypt.
Now, this is not the first time that Argentina has faced allegations of receiving favourable treatment. There was also controversy during their opening match of the tournament. Messi had escaped a red card after a reckless challenge against Algeria in the group stage opener. The decision sparked widespread debate among fans and pundits.